Welcome back to Let's Play the mod The Underground 2 in Morrowind Overhauled version 3. Cinder and Sneakers are about to open this door and head into the Sepulcrane laboratory. I suppose we might want to just heal up properly first. That was just a little 2-hour nap. You alright, Cinder? Yeah, sort of, but we've got other matters.
Your hands are cold.
Right, so you are well, so Sneakers. And they're going through the door. And I'm shutting up because I'm worried things will get lost, I say. And so I promise as we... Let's turn up the voice so we can properly hear what that guy is saying. The reason why this is one of my favourite parts of this mod is not just that strange little speech held by the Vampire Master right there. I mean, obviously what's going on here is you've got the somebody talking there and controlling the livers, and then there's sort of an audience, and oh well. If it isn't Dr. Bagny Finsleth.
How does the day greet you?
Friend? We're not Sneakers' friend. Anyway, let's go talk to this guy. And, Cinder, darling, I'm so happy to see you. And Cinder goes, Daddy? You're the master? Why certainly, sugar booger. What do you think of my new setup? And Cinder goes, Daddy, you almost had me executed. I would have burned up in a bed of lava in your stupid cage if Sneakers hadn't saved me. Oh my goodness, says Mr. Rains. He had no idea, he claims. Dr. Finsleth here can get a bit over-enthusiastic sometimes when he gets to torturing people. Honestly, I had no idea you were here. And Dr. Finsleth goes, oh, sorry, my lord. Cinder goes, well. And I go, alright, let's just get this straight. The guy we've been hunting all this time, the guy we must defeat to save the world, is your father, Cinder? And he goes, and Cinder goes, well, yeah, he's my birth father, and when he became a vampire, he loved me so much that he made me a vampire when I was 19. Oh, really? How touching. And Cinder goes, Daddy, why don't you tell me about this whole Vampire Master take over all the clans thing? She's his daughter, he's her father, funny. Excuse me. And Cinder goes, well, actually it's Voltar, her dad, who goes, well, I didn't want to worry you, Pumpkin. Remember last time when I invented that flying machine? Cinder prefers to call that the falling from 5,000 feet in the air and crashing to the ground and flattening yourself into a pancake machine. The Sneaker keeps going, he's your father? Snickers just wanted to be clear on this, you see. Snickers feels like he just left his sanity back in Aldron. And Volta Reigns goes, he's not very bright, is he? And Cinder goes, nope. Just kidding, sweetie. See, now, don't we have a serious problem here? We have to stop your dad from sucking the world into a Daedric sphere, don't we? Sucking the world into what? I'm not sucking anything into anything. And Cinder says that before she knew her dad was the master, she suspected that you were planning to open up a portal to a Daedric sphere. So, alright, Sneaker's catching up, no portal to oblivion, that's good. And Voltar Rains goes, "Oh, don't be silly, honey. Who would tend my goldfish if it's all hell dimension-y around here?" And Cinder goes, "I know, Daddy. That was before I knew it was you." Okay, so... well, first off, I suppose this is one of the parallels with Dawn God. The big evil vampire monster turns out to be my companion's dad. But frankly, this is presented in a hilarious way compared to what happened in Dawn God. So, well, we've got two options here. Either, I think Sneakers is going to go with the sort of mock polite tone here and say, "Okay, so what are your plans then, Mr. Vampire Master, sir?" And he doesn't pick up the mock part of that and just goes, "Well, he's very polite, so where did you find him, Cinder?" And Cinder goes, "Oh, he was just wandering around town in Balmoral sewers. I think I'll keep him." And she winks at Sneakers. "Is it, Sneakers? Or did it just get all avoiding the question in here?" And apparently he's still deflecting it and saying, "Oh, he's funny too. What's your name, by the way?" "Oh, Sneakers. Oh, well, you've pretty much seen my plan here. This whole mass production, human-sucking machine thing." And Cinder goes, "Oh, Daddy, not another one of your crazy ideas." "Oh, that's monstrous. You're killing that poor innocent girl." "Well, she's not as innocent as you might think. She burned down her whole village, killing many innocent people. In fact, I've only hooked those up to the machine who have been sentenced to death by the local government. While not fully sanctioned, government officials tend to look the other way at abductions because they know the end will be the same for them and believe it's better to defeat the vampires criminals than good law-abiding registered voters." And then he smiles. And Cinder goes, "Oh, that's uncharacteristically benign of you, Daddy." And Snickers goes, Apparently, the vampire master is finding the value of diplomacy in traversing the waters of the body politic in his increasing years. A scalpel can so often be more effective than a sword, apparently. Care for some more metaphors for that mix, Pops? Apparently, Voltar goes, "Cinder, I like him. He's quite witty. Sir, you have my permission to court my daughter." And Cinder goes, "Daddy, we have some more questions we need to ask you." And Snickers goes, "Permission?" Anyways, so Cinder's asking him about this assortment of all different clans around here. So, is he behind this mysterious disappearance of vampires? "Ah, good question, Cinder. I wish to know this as well." Of course he's behind that, he says, but there's nothing nefarious about it, he assures us. They joined him of their own free will for various reasons, but mostly because they like his ideas. And Cinder again with the politics, Dad. Are you getting wise in your old age, Daddy? And Snickers doesn't think that looks... Well, for one, I mean, he's against killing people. He's also against killing people that aren't attacking him. But, are you just telling Snickers what you want Snickers to hear so Snickers won't kill you? And Voltar Rains replies to that, "Oh, this is kind of fun, isn't it? Cinder, we should do more family things together." And Cinder goes, this is one of my favourite lines, "Remember that time we slaughtered all the patrons in the Lucky Lockup and had a feast? That was a fun family moment." Guys, can we focus here? Doesn't sound like an awful lot of fun to Snickers, but anyway, Mr. Rains, we'd like to know what you know about the Ring of Awareness. Ah, the Ring of Awareness. It's been a hobby of mine for quite some time. I've one of the biggest collections of literature on the subject, which, granted, is very limited, since not much yet remains. From what I gather, the ring is approximately 20,000 years old. I'm sure you know of its purported powers of awareness, but most dismiss these as myth. I think there is some truth to it, though. After all, very powerful magical items exist today. After years of research, I've managed to uncover a fair amount of information about the ring's history. Where it was forged, no one knows. However, it was recovered in ancient Paramus about 5,000 years ago, and then Paramus was lost in time. But speculation about what happened to it varies. No one really knows, though. It is logical to assume it was destroyed quickly without warning, Paramus, because no archives of its demise were ever recovered. It was largely forgotten for thousands of years, and then, around the turn of the century, a man by the name of Vendas Malloy discovered an ancient text describing the ring and told from the perspective of one whose identity was never discovered, who owned the ring for a short while, and this text gave clues to the location of the lost city of Paramus. Okay, well, Sneakers knew most of this already. Well, I can stop if you'd like. Cinder goes, oh, Sneakers, just let him talk. Whatever. Please continue. As I was saying, several clues were gleaned from ancient text. Other locations whose location was less enigmatic, and the text described Paramus to be near the Tower of Bidu. And then later, the man described being at a temple called Hurin. Now, I haven't been able to find out anything about the Tower of Bidu, but after exhausting research, I've managed to find evidence supporting my theory about the location of the ancient Temple of Hurin, or Temple Hurin. Daddy, don't keep us in suspense, says Cinder. Where do you think it is? Well, I've been looking for this ring for a long time. I don't know how I feel about giving away hints to its location. Cinder goes, oh, please, Daddy. I'm hesitating here. Snake is you know, on the one hand, he's not, you know, he actually doesn't understand the reluctance to give away hard-earned research, but to your own daughter. But on the other hand, Sneakers can't say that if he does find the ring, he's not going to use it for ill to Vardenfell. As for the vampire community, well, so long as they keep more or less in check. Maybe he's had enough of this and is actually... That'll probably just provoke a fight though, won't it? So Sneak is really going to promise not to use it to the ill of the vampire community? Well, he's not going to turn a vampire hunter or anything like that. He only defends himself. Well, he does defend others as well. Well, I don't know, condemned criminals. I mean, for a vampire who needs to drink human blood, maybe that's not so bad. So, alright, well, Snickers isn't going to use it for ill to Vardenfell. Or the vampire community, at least not so long as they can, you know, you can keep the leash on them. Well, it is just a hobby, and Cinder is my daughter, and I guess I believe your intentions are not malevolent.